Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for the stunning, startling, and no doubt surprising conclusion to Operation Hot Pipe in XCOM: The Long War. As you can see here, our team is currently hunkered down in a busted harvester in what has frankly been an absolute clusterfuck of a mission. They've got a ravening horde of aliens sort of closing in on our position. We've effectively popped every single pod on the map, and while not all of them are visible, I assure you there are quite a few more waiting in the wings. It's a Wizard of Oz over the rainbow style hot mess that we've got ourselves into, and I think it's going to take a little bit more than a flaming Ray Bulger and an errant bucket of mop water to extricate us from this little fairy tale nightmare. So, without any further gilding the lily, mostly because that would violate the Munchkinville Lily Gilding Accord of 1887, I think we should probably just get to work here. And seriously, believe me when I say that you don't want to dick around with the Munchkins when it comes to the Munchkinville Lily Gilding Accord of 1887, because they will straight up murder your ass for even the tiniest violation. No pun intended. The Munchkins take their lily gilding very seriously, and they enforce their exclusivity rights with tactics that would make a Colombian cartel kingpin puke. I'm telling you, you make one single wrong move with guilt and a lily, and it's only a matter of time before you wake up to find a Munchkin hit squad outside your door with a laryngoscope, a can of gasoline, and a package of road flares. So, mess with them at your own peril, folks. Anyway, let's get to work here. We got Miley, Cyrus with some reasonable shots at a Thin Mint. Nice little delicious Thin Mint there. As you can see, we have a Sectopod that we have just recently destroyed on our last turn, who's lying here in a nice little flaming ball of wreckage. But we have most of a pod of Exalt still waiting out here. We've got a couple more Thin Mints deliciously lurking here, waiting for a Girl Scout cookie to deliver them an opportunity to send us screaming into the hoary nether. And we're going to do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen. This overwatching a Thin Mint is a bit of a problem. I think what we may do... Can we get a proximity mine down there? We can drop one right on that guy's face, actually. I think that's a good use of company resources. We're going to go ahead and fire that.
Laying mines.
Alright. So we had the Drakinator drop a little bit of mine action for us there. It's going to be fine. Now, the question is, can we get Kesha in a position to detonate that bad boy without exposing herself to an unwarranted or unprecedented level of aggression? And it looks like the answer may be yes. She can't necessarily throw it precisely where I'd like, but it looks like she's going to be able to get it close enough to get the job done. So let's go ahead and pitch that. This will keep Kesha in absolute perfect safety. Nice lob. Good form. Kesha delivers. Quality throwing there. That's well done. Alright, so Sean Penn now has a shot because, well, frankly, because all of the cover in the universe is now gone. I'm not entirely sure how the hell that destroyed his cover. I mean, that bomb was well away from what we were using as cover, which now is ever no longer. Taylor Moose Lautner doesn't really have much to contribute. He's out of ammunition. Red Brown, that's unlikely to get a kill, which is a bit of a problem. Reb, can you see that other Thin Mint? With its delicious chocolate coating, you cannot. You can... Oh, wait, that's Sean Penn. Sorry. Reb Brown, please. Apologize for the confusion, Reb. I didn't mean to slight you. Alright, well, he doesn't have enough ammo for a flush shot. We kind of need the flush shot. Does Reb Brown have lock and load? He does. This is going to be an interesting trick. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I think it's worth the gamble. So here's what we're going to do. I don't know if you can use lock and load and then still have... I don't know if in the zone can still trigger, but I guess we're going to find out. So here we go. Red Brown going for the flush shot. That's a hit and a dead Thin Man. And we have answered our own question. No, you cannot both use lock and load and trigger in the zone at the same time, even if your shot scores a kill. So that's somewhat unfortunate, particularly since we probably could have finished that gentleman off with Lindsay Lohan had we had the need. We could have Lindsay Lohan rapid fire at this Exalt gentleman, and with double 96% to hit, I really feel this is probably the best career move Lindsay Lohan has made since she signed the contract for Herbie Reloaded. So let's go ahead and take that shot. Lindsay didn't even require the second shot, a 16 damage critical from the Lohanator. And that, folks, is why we do so treasure Lindsay Lohan so very, very much. She is an enormous asset to the team. The Rat with what is frankly not a fantastic shot, but we could have Miley Yeah Cyrus dash forward. This is a little risky. Now, Miley does have lightning reflexes, and it's a damn good thing, because apparently there's a Seeker on Overwatch. Where the hell is that guy? Oh, we've got a number of folks on Overwatch. An outsider as well. Alright, so we're in a bit of trouble here with Miley. We are not going to be able to have Miley maintain this position. Probably what we'll do is a little bit of a stick and move scenario. Miley's going to take her 96% chance to end this Thin Mint. He is done. We have cracked his chocolatey outer coating and sent him into the hoary nether of Boy Scout Town. And we could fall back, but I think we'll hold off on that. Let's see what else we can get, performance-wise, from our friendly neighborhood troopers. We can't use any psionic abilities on that that Seeker, because, of course, it is a robot. Sean No Angel Pen has a couple of interesting shot opportunities. What can we do about this outsider? We don't have a lot of troopers left. We've got Sean Penn. We've got Miley Yeah Cyrus. And we have John Leguizamo. So we don't exactly... We're not really spoiled for choice in our combat opportunities, per se. It's intriguing. It makes it very troublesome to try and figure out precisely what we want to do here with Sean Penn. I'm thinking we might have Sean just fall back to the ramp of safety and go in Overwatch. Miley is probably just also going to fall back. I think we'll go ahead and take this 52% shot with John Rat Leguizamo. John will go on Overwatch after that, assuming he has ammo, but it doesn't look like he does. We're going to have Miley fall back to her former position. And then let's just see how Team Alien reacts here. Alright, so going for a strangle on Kesha. Clever girl. That was a solid move from Team Alien there. Gotta say. Always also felt that clever girl was an odd thing to say to something that was about to kill you. It seems like rather than taunting, or rather praising, I don't actually think that missed, XCOM. Could you double check the hitbox on that one? Pretty sure that probably should have been ruled a hit. I mean, I don't know. I think we may have to go to the instant replay on this. Major League Baseball has finally decided that some plays merit little advanced technology in the adjudication thereof. Maybe XCOM should also consider that. Oh, I was going to be real upset if that did 2 damage and did not get a kill.
Rock and roll.
We have seen some very odd damage totals from some units recently. That was not what I intended to do at all. Okay, so that worked out very poorly. And we are in a bit of a pickle now. John Penn. We need a little help here, buddy. We've dug ourselves quite a deep hole, and we need you to extricate us. If you could, sir. Attaboy. Way to bring in the fill dirt and close things out for us. I appreciate your efforts, Sean Penn. You are a quality asset to the team. I know I've said that a number of times, but, you know, I feel that it warrants repeating, Sean Penn. You really are a military Superman, sir. Alright, so we've got somebody taking a shot. It's another Seeker.
Get down here.
That's fine. Actually, drawing that out with Reb Brown to sort of reveal the position of the Seeker is a pretty good, that's actually a pretty good use of Reb's abilities. Lindsay Lohan can see, too. Alright, Lindsay. 61% on the Thin Mint. Here's what we're going to do. Lindsay, you got to take that shot. If it gets a kill, bully. If it doesn't... Alright, never should have doubted Lindsay Lohan, honestly. That's a sucker's move. Doubting the Lohan. It's actually punishable by court-martial in the XCOM project. Or if it's not, it will be after this mission. One simply should not doubt the abilities in Lindsay Lohan. She is phenomenally powerful. I think we'll just have Kesha mind merge for some cheap psychic EXP. We're going to have her lock horns, as it were, with old Miley Cyrus. That should be an interesting trip inside the mind of young Miley. I have to imagine that it's going to be mostly just like a nice, open, blank canvas. A little tabula rasa, if you will, being inside the mind of Miley. We found our friendly outsider. Hello, sir. I can't help but notice that you are now flanked. And we can shoot you 3 times, I believe. So we're going to do that. And I fear that you are headed for the boneyard, sir. Do you even have bones? It's an interesting question. Do you think an outsider could go to the boneyard considering their complete lack of bones? I mean, I see no bones there at all. He didn't even leave a corpse. So, you know, I'm not sure you can actually wind up in a boneyard when you don't have bones. What have we got left? We have 1 Seeker. I was going to consider having Lindsay Lohan just sort of go on Overwatch, but honestly, I think just straight up killing this is probably the smarter move. Doesn't look like Lindsay's going to necessarily get that accomplished, and she certainly did not, so a double miss. I'm glad I didn't take any kind of foolhardy risks, per se. Let's see if Moose has a shot from here. If he does not, we may have Moose fall back. 256, if one of them hits, it's going to be a kill. I'm comfortable with this risk. Mostly because I don't really care much about the life of Taylor Moose Lautner, and also, let's face it, if anybody can take a hit on this team, Moose is the man. I mean, he knows what it's like to get shot in the head. They call him Moose for a reason. The guy, he knows how to take a punch. This is not good. Sean Penn panicked. We can only actually hope that Sean Penn falls to cover. Okay, Sean Penn, that was possibly one of the stupidest panic moves we've ever seen. I mean, the only thing you could have done that would have been stupider would have been to just sort of stay where you are and do nothing. That would definitely have been stupider, but I think there's a case to be made for it not having been a great deal more stupid. I mean, that was real dumb, Sean.
Moving to position.
On the plus side, you didn't get a hole, you know, a nice big fat hole poured inside of your head, so at least we've got that. Let's take our can't miss flank shot here. This could get a kill on a critical. Nope. 1 damage, though. I have a feeling we can probably finish that guy off.
Almost out of ammo.
Well, we were going to rapid fire, but Drake does not have sufficient ammunition to do so. So, strange situation where I think an Electropulse here may be our best bet. We're going to go for the 6 damage on this guy and the definite kill here.
Engaging Electropulse. Stand clear.
So once again, Drake making excellent use of his Electropulse ability. That's the 2nd time on this mission we've put it to good effect, or used it to good effect. Red Brown, buddy, we really, really need a kill shot here.
On the move.
So let's come out here and see what you can see. Your hit percentage is not necessarily where we'd want it to be. Let's see if we can maybe up that a little bit before we try anything insane here. We can't up the critical chance, that's a certainty. We could just mind meld with you, and that would up the critical. We could also bring Kesha up here to possibly panic this unit. Kesha does as well have hollow targeting. You know, I think having Kesha hollow target may be the right solution here. Also, Kesha gonna get, well, that's made our problem basically self-solving. How do you solve a problem like low hit percentage? Kesha is the answer. Fuck that Maria chick. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. It's all Kesha. What was that? Man, okay, Drake. Now, I think maybe that's a little bit flashy, sir. I saw what you tried to do there. Red Brown shot that guy and made him fly away from you moving. And Drake tried to shoot him the fuck out of the air like he's popping skeet on a lazy Sunday afternoon. That's a little bit aggressive, Drake. I mean, come on, buddy. You're fucking showing off now. I think that's a little uncalled for, sir. You may want to check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself, sir. You're getting a little out of control.
Got it covered.
I mean, I know you started on the bottom and now you're here, but come on, man, come on. Have a little bit of decorum, please. This is a professional operation we're trying to run here. John Rat Leguizamo gonna go administer to the wounds of Sean No Angel Pen. Lindsay Lohan gonna overwatch and cover, and we're gonna take a consolidation turn here. It's entirely possible that we still have a Seeker somewhere, and I would just like to take as much precaution as possible to make sure that nothing untoward happens to us until we get a little bit of reload and repair completed. I want our troopers full on ready. Okay, so we have another pod over there. This theoretically could be the last pod on the map, actually. We've killed a lot of aliens, but it's actually been a day since I recorded the other half of this. I actually did that last night. So I don't have an accurate count of how many aliens we've actually killed. I suppose we could dash about and count corpses, but you know, that's a serious risk of violating the Kenny Rogers paradigm. You don't count your money while you're sitting at the table. You know, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Also, that song's about a gambler who drinks himself to death, so not necessarily the best guy to heed advice from, despite the fact that the narrator in the song is going to tell you that it's the greatest advice he's ever received. Yeah, I gotta kind of consider the fact that it was coming from a busted old drunk who didn't have enough money to buy booze.
Roger that.
Think about that, Kenny Rogers. Also, I always wondered if Islands in the Stream was about Dolly Parton lying in a bathtub. But, yeah, that's probably just me.
Heading to that location.
Speaking of just me, let's get a little of me time for Kesha, and I think, yeah, Sean Penn could use a little, could probably use a little willpower bolstering here. So let's help buff him up and see if we can get Sean out of his panic state. Looks like we did, that's excellent. Sean's gonna reload, and I think we'll just have him go on Overwatch. Yeah, we want you over here ready to spring around this corner, cat-like, pouncing on our foes as though it were a laser pointer or ball of yarn or some other object that cats enjoy playing with. Gonna bring Taylor Moose Lautner back for a little bit of regroup. We're gonna have him head over towards this door. We know there's a pod out there. You know, if there's a pod out there, I'm curious how we didn't pop it with sort of our initial move setups. We were over in that area dealing with some foes. I believe we had a cyber disc over there. Oh, okay. So, Muton WWE style unexpected run in here. We knew there were Mutons on the mission, but I have to say, we did not expect them coming at us from this quarter. Sean Penn is going to take it on himself to completely eliminate one. Wow, that's some amazing damage output there, Sean Penn. That's some fine overwatching, sir. Very well done, Sean Penn. Very well done, sir. All right, Drake. Well, YOLO, buddy. Why don't you get your ass in there? I can't imagine any of those Mutons are on Overwatch or anything, so we really should be able to approach without fear. What can you do, sir? One good shot, one also reasonable shot. I think what we're going to do, since we can't get you close enough for the triple shot, we're just going to take 2 rapid fires here, and Drake only needs 1 round to finish his opponents. Drake really is on a roll, folks. I'm telling you. His YOLO motto is paying some fucking dividends today. It is indeed paying some dividends. He is all over the place, firing wildly into the sky. Every shot a hit. Every shot a critical. Dead bodies stacking up like cordwood. Alright, so we got Reb Brown. We got Kesha. We got Sean Penn. We got John Rat Leguizamo. In an emergency, we might be able to get the Rat out here to throw some panic. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to bring the Rat over here and just go for a little Psychic EXP. Or not. We might also not do that because we can't get a shot. So that's fine. Let's bring Sean Penn over here. Sean Penn can do that thing he do. That voodoo that he do so well. Or in this case, not so well. I'm a little concerned myself, Sean Penn. I'm not sure what just happened, but whatever it was, it isn't exactly what we were hoping for. Fortunately for you, Miley Cyrus is here to save the day with a little Wrecking Ball-styled heroic. She's coming in hard and low, and this gentleman is 1 dead Muton. Alright, so that just leaves Reb Brown here at the corner. He's going to go on Overwatch. The Rat now with no opportunity for Psychic EXP. Only 3 charges left on Rat's medkit. Is there anybody who's in sort of desperate need of a little healing attention? One might make the case that Kesha could use a bit of healing. I think we'll go top her off. Topping off and Kesha, not normally used together in a sentence in that particular fashion. This may be the first time those words have occurred in that particular order with that particular meeting.
Reloaded.
That's alright, Kesha. We still love you. You're doing some fine work for us, Kesha. Fine work. Nothing but praise for you, my dear. And also Miley Cyrus.
Moving.
She's been partying in the USA. She really has. Moving those hips like yeah. Nodding that head like yeah. Killing those Mutons like yeah. I mean, shit, she does it all like yeah. Do we want to open this door yet? I'm going to say we're going to play this one cautious. Let's do a little bit of overwatching till we can get a few more troopers in a little better position. Would like to get John Rat Leguizamo over here for a little bit of support choice. You know, mind merging with Taylor Lautner has some interesting opportunities, but I think we're going to have you mind merge with the Rat for now. We'd probably prefer to have to do it with Taylor Lautner next turn. And no, when I say do it with Taylor Lautner, it's not what I beg your pardon? Yeah, apparently there are Mutons over here now, which I have to say has me entirely confused, because a second ago they were over here? How did they get all the way around in 3 turns? They really shouldn't be able to move that fast. I'm not calling you a cheating piece of shit, XCOM, but, you know, there's a more than small chance that you're a cheating piece of shit, XCOM. So I guess we're going to split the team. Our alien friends seem to have no qualms about following the rules of physics in this particular paradigm. They have the ability to co-locate, and as such, we're going to have to try and thwart that. It's going to be a very difficult task because co-location is a powerful, powerful ability. Would love to have Lindsay all day Lohan in full cover when she goes out that door. Let's just put Lindsay on Overwatch. If we could have had her in full cover, I would have taken her out. Oh, see, there are aliens. So we have aliens in 2 spots then. We've got a pod over here and a pod over in this direction. We can probably handle both. I know this may sound a little overconfident. Is it just one guy? It's one Exalt guy. We brought all these troopers over here for one fucking Exalt. He is covering fire. Well, fortunately, Reb has the hard counter for that with his lightning reflexes. And you, Mr. Support Guy, with what appears to be a very intricate sleeve tattoo there. I gotta say, that's some nice ink you got. That must have cost a pretty penny. Not sure how that guy's still on Overwatch, considering he moved. That's, well, it's not really normal, let's just say. I think Taylor Lautner could probably finish that chap off, but then again, I think also that Kesha could finish him off without necessarily drawing Overwatch, because Kesha has, well, an abundance of grenades, and this guy's waiting to catch one. Like a Venus flytrap with its trap open, looking for a little bit of grenade in its gob, and sure enough, that's exactly what it got. Sean Penn's going to reload, go on Overwatch. Drake is actually just going to reload. Very worried about another WWE-style run-in coming down our ramp there, so we're going to play that a little bit safe. Let's bring the Yeah over by this door. We have audio clues from that direction, so it seems like it would pay to sort of pay attention to that. Taylor Moose Lautner, I think we're going to start heading you that way as well, as Lindsay probably Lohan. Lindsay probably Lohan.
Orders confirmed, on the move.
Don't know what my brain was trying to achieve with that one, but I'm just going to assume that it was a performance error. John Leguizamo just going to make sure this area is fully clear. It is indeed fully clear. And whatever is behind this door, Monty, may be the final bit on this mission. I'm not seeing a whole lot of additional resistance. And I'm like between 65 and 70% certain that we've actually already popped the command pod on this one. There were only, I think, 34, it was either 34 or 37 total aliens on this map, most of which I think we have killed. We've downed like 6 pods of at least 5, so if we're not there yet, we have to be on the verge.
10-4.
Not the band The Verge, but you know what I mean, the colloquial verge.
Heading there now.
On the edge, approaching our goal. What I'm trying to get at there.
I'm watching.
If you're on the actual verge, like the band, I mean, that's cool too.
I've got my eyes on.
Just not really the way I swing.
Orders confirmed.
And that's to say I'm not really into their music. So Reb Brown on the move there. Covering a lot of ground. Reb, greasy fast. Like cat snot. Covered in motor oil. I don't think we want to go full on to the edge. Let's avoid doing the looky-loo around the corner. We'll just take up a more conservative position with Sean Penn since he's not going to be on Overwatch. And whatever is out there, stubbornly refusing to move. Alright, yeah, why don't you take a look? We're in a position, I think, to handle whatever it is. Of course, according to you, it's nothing, so, Taylor Moose Lautner, what do you got? Taylor Moose Lautner doesn't see a damned thing. Alright, Moose, get your ass on Overwatch. Reb Brown is out of battle scanners, or I would definitively toss one.
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan, let's just have you stay concealed, move up to cover. I want you on Overwatch. Kesha, you can go back up Miley Cyrus. Oh, that's a stunning blow to Kesha's career. She's now singing backup from Miley Cyrus. How the mighty have fallen. Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my dear Kesha. Overwatch then for Sean No Angel Penn. We could go ballsy with Drake and have him take a little exploratory move out there. If anybody's going to be able to withstand some incoming firepower, Drake is that man. With his YOLO motto, the guy knows no fear. But just because he knows no fear doesn't necessarily mean that's a wise course of action, so I think we'll hold off on that. Let's bring John Leguizamo over and use one of his battle scanners. We're going to get the rat over there to sniff things out for us before we do anything even close to commitment. Turns out Taylor Lautner may just be slightly off position. I don't want to have the rat any open when he deploys that battle scanner, though. Kind of need him where Lindsay Lohan is. This is a... Okay, we're going to take a small risk here. We're going to take Lindsay Lohan and move her down to this corner cover. And we're going to rely on her camouflage ability to keep her safe. Alright, so there we go. We have what? What appears to be a single muton? Are you an elite? You're not an elite. You're just an actual regular garden variety mutant. Okay, well, I don't expect we'll have a great deal of difficulty killing you, Mr. Single Garden Variety Mutant. I'm pretty sure Sean Penn can possibly do it himself with just a single shot. This is probably going to kill him, actually. I would prefer to capture him, but Sean Penn is not having any of it. And that's it. End of mission, folks. All right, so there it is. Operation Hot Pipe, a resounding success. We have laid all of the pipe to the aliens, and let me tell you, it was hot, thick, and furious. So well done. Also, Bradford, from now on, I'm going to demand that you give me some more dignified fucking mission names, because saying Operation Hot Pipe over and over, yeah, not really my thing. Also, after taking a look at the map, it is possible, if you'll notice the Sky Ranger launched from somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, I'm just going to assume that was Wake Isle. Wake Island? Wake Isle? I'm not sure. I think it was Wake Island, actually. I don't know. It was a Battlefield 1943 map, so you've probably been there if you're into online gaming at all. But that would be the actual only geographical chunk of land that would be anywhere near where this UFO went down. So I'm just going to, for the sake of convenience, giving Bradford the benefit of the doubt, we're going to say it was Wake Island. No promotions, of course, because I think everybody on this mission was already a Master Sergeant. Yep. Sean Penn going to spend the next 18 days in the hospital. Unfortunate, but unavoidable. Sectoids, thin mins, mutons, 31 Illyrium, some alien alloys, some chunks of crap that we don't give much of a shit about at all. We do have a vast, vast fortune. And I have to say, I'm beginning to think of my post-XCOM career. I may be misappropriating some of these credits, because I have to assume that one credit represents a very significant amount of real-world monies. Like, say, one credit is $1 million, somewhere in that neighborhood. Seems like about appropriate level of exchange, because a Firestorm is about 400 credits, and it seems like they should be at least $400 million. It could actually be higher, but we have a lot of this money that we're stacking up, taking in from the various governments around the world, and can't help but notice that we haven't necessarily been using it all recently, so some of it may be disappearing into a Perfidious Pete retirement account in the very, very near future. So we get a bunch of damaged stasis tanks, and I'm going to take responsible for the damage there, guys. That was 100% my fault. 100% my fault. I did that. Little bit of errant grenades. And there's 235 million right there that could easily go into my slush fund account because, well, this is the gray market, so I have to assume that at least some of this transaction is going to be off the books. Bradford, don't interrupt me when I'm planning my retirement, sir. I am going to retire to a private island somewhere on the Mediterranean, or in the Mediterranean, rather. And I will never see you again once that day occurs. And to tell you the truth, Bradford, it's actually the thing I'm looking forward to most about having the invasion over, is not having to put up with your shit ever again. Do want to head to the barracks very quickly. Just want to see how we did Psychic EXP-wise and how close... Oh, Lindsay Lohan is getting very, very near having mind control abilities. Who else went on that mission? Jaden Smith did not. He's close to his next rank, though. Reb Ryder Brown did go. Reb is ready for the tube. Excellent. Way to be, Reb Brown, you immortal killing machine. Taylor Swift did not go on the mission. John Rat Leguizamo, how close did you get, buddy? Not that close. But that's okay. That's okay, because I think you were at 500, so you actually made a pretty hefty profit. One more mission for John Rat Leguizamo, and he should be ready to roll. Did Kesha get close? Probably not. I think Kesha was relatively freshly leveled. Let's take a look at Kesha. Yeah, Kesha actually only racked up 78. So no, not even. She got very little at all. Almost none, in fact. Despite the fact that she used Mind Merge a number of times, she did not pick up a whole lot. That's troubling. We're actually probably going to have Kesha and Lindsay Lohan sort of running as a dynamic duo henceforth. With the Mind Merge from Kesha, we can use that to buff Lindsay's psychic abilities so that we have a chance to mind control an ethereal, which is ultimately on the plate, sort of one of the things we have yet to do. I believe that's it for folks that went on the mission. So, less psychic EXP than we had hoped for, but still a successful 37 alien kill.
In the armory.
So we'll take it. Magil Barrett reminding me that I have officer promotions available that I don't give a flying shit about. So, with our troopers reviewed and other missions successfully in the bag, and Operation Hot Pipe laid to rest, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon.